Hello guys, so I tell like it is. This video is for all of the Trump cucks in the truth community. If you guys don't know, all the presidents are puppets of the Rothschild bankers, the moneyed corporations, the moneyed interests of the world. Donald Trump is nothing but a puppet. In this video, I'm going to expose Donald Trump's fake news, why Donald Trump is the original inventor of fake news, and why Donald Trump's presidency is the pre-planned destruction and collapse of America. It was a huge, big, giant shit show of a circus that elected one of the most unqualified presidents in history. You look at his first 6 months, no major legislative accomplishments passed. He's lied about Medicare for all. He's lied about health care. His health care bill was one big giant tax cut for the rich. His campaign was full of moronic statements. For instance, I like people who weren't captured, blah, blah, blah. And this emperor has no clothes. He funneled $12 million to his companies from his campaign donations. He even conned the most religious of Trump supporters that still cling to every single word he says. Also, Donald Trump, when he talks about what he wants to do in his campaign, can't really explain how he's going to do things, and he comes up with really exciting, energetic rhetoric that makes him seem like he knows what he's doing, but he never goes into detail about any of his plans. First, how does he pay for the wall?
How are you going to make them pay for the wall?
I will, and the wall just got 10 feet taller, believe me. It's got 10 feet taller. I saw him make the statement. I saw him use the word that he used. I can only tell you, if I would have used even half of that word, it would have been national scandal. This guy used a filthy, disgusting word on television, and he should be ashamed of himself, and he should apologize, okay? Number one. Number two, we have a trade deficit with Mexico of $58 billion a year, and that doesn't include all the drugs that are pouring across and destroying our country. We're going to make them pay for that wall. Now, the wall is $10 billion to $12 billion if I do it. If these guys do it, it'll end.
He doesn't even explain how he's going to pay for the wall. He has no plan in that video. He couldn't even tell you how he's going to pay for the wall. Today, you can look in the description, though. Congress, Donald Trump's White House has asked Congress for funding for the wall, so it's you that's going to be paying for the wall. It is you that's going to be paying for the wall with border taxes. That's what Trump planned, okay? These companies always pass on the cost to their customers. So in effect, it's you that's going to be paying for the wall and not Mexico. It's coming out of your wallet. And a dumb fuck chimpanzee would say otherwise. The very same people that elected one of the greediest, most vulgar people that you've ever met. This is a guy that uses bully tactics for his whole life. The whole purpose of Donald Trump is to hire small contractors that can't afford their legal bills. So Donald Trump purposely doesn't pay those people and pretty much coerces them into decking it out in court with Donald Trump barely paying any of the fees that he's obligated to pay. This is part of many, many debts that Donald Trump holds. He may hold millions of dollars of debt to the Russian oligarchs. He has dealt with the mafia before. He's not worth the billions, he says. He's a smooth shit talker. He had no plans about his border wall and health care. He doesn't even explain how he's going to provide health care for all.
So how do you fix it?
There's many different ways, by the way. Everybody's got to be covered. This is an un-Republican thing for me to say, because a lot of times they say, no, the lower 25%, they can't afford private. But
universal health care.
I am going to take care of everybody. I don't care if it costs me votes or not. Everybody's going to be taken care of much better than they're taken care of now.
The uninsured person.
Well, how are you going to take care of them? So that is if you have a brain and you're not a fucking retard that likes fancy gimmick rhetorical speech that Trump likes to give.
Right.
Is going to be taken care
They're
of.
going to be taken care of.
How?
I would make a deal with existing hospitals to take care of people. And you know
Well,
what?
how?
Everybody's got to be covered.
What kind of deals are you going to make? You can't explain that part.
Existing hospitals to take care of people. And you know what? This is
Make a
probably...
deal.
Okay? The emperor has no clothes. He can't even explain that part. He just says he's going to do it, but where's the how part after you make the statement, you're going to do this? How are you going to do this? This is the further systematic dumbing down of America. It is all psychological warfare to get the angry old white man vote. The people there are the guinea pigs of globalization. You have to keep them in control by having a white man just like them. Donald Trump's birtherism statements, he doesn't even believe half of the bullshit he says. It was all pretty much to go get the vote.
Who pays for it?
The government's going to pay for it, but we're going to save so much money on the other side. But for the most part, it's going to be a private plan, and people are going to be able to go out and negotiate great plans with lots of different competition, with lots...
Negotiate their health care with insurance companies. So at the end of the day, you're just shill the insurance companies, and you'd rather have private insurance executives make millions and billions of dollars and pass on the costs of their compensation to the consumer. It's pretty clear that you and the Republicans are in the bankroll of the insurance companies. You guys do not allow open negotiation and compromising of the bill like Barack Obama and the Democrats do. You just negotiate under closed doors because you and you lying frauds all know that this is not even a health care bill, that it covers less people and it costs even more. It is factually correct that health care premiums have risen before there was such thing as Obamacare. Obamacare was originally a Republican plan from their think tank, the National Heritage Foundation it was. So these guys are just big con shit talkers. Oh, we have a plan ready to go. It's 7 years later and they have nothing ready to pass. Inflation under Obamacare has gone down. It is the corruption of the insurance companies that are receiving free subsidies that should be going to the people that have to pay for their health care bills. So he exposed himself as a shill of the insurance companies. Donald Trump's biggest lie, the origin of fake news, is Donald Trump and his birtherism. Here's an epic rant by Donald Trump, proven later that was perhaps his biggest lie, was that Obama was a Muslim and not born in America. Don't forget, his mother is American. She was born in America. Obama was born in Hawaii.
Screaming, please don't give that up. Look, a publisher came out last week and had a statement about Obama given to them by Obama when he was doing a book as a young man a number of years ago in the 90s, born in Kenya and raised in Indonesia. I mean, this was a statement. This was from Obama. Now, amazingly, the publisher says, oh, we made a mistake. He said a couple of days ago, as you probably saw, Andrew, we made a mistake. What do? We made a mistake.
So you still don't believe he was
That's not
born
the way
here?
life works. Joe will tell you. That's not the way life works.
He goes on and on. It's probably not even a statement made by Obama. He was born in Hawaii. He released his birth certificate. Turns out to be his biggest lie. And then there is the lie that, Obamacare is costing us jobs. Well, Trump, obviously, his main goal and everything is to undermine the first black president. Is Donald Trump a racist? Well, he has been involved in discrimination lawsuits from the Department of Justice. It was dealing with housing discrimination against minorities. He says, Obamacare is a job killer, blah, blah, blah. Well, how can Obamacare be a job killer when over 10 million jobs have been created ever since the end of Obama's administration? Once again, this is fake news by the fake president. And immigration has gone down under us, blah, blah, blah. And all you dumb moron rednecks think that Donald Trump is bringing down immigration. But that is fake news. Because the peak in immigration to America from Mexico was in 2009. More Mexicans have been leaving than entering America over the last few years. You can see this was published in 2015. More Mexicans leaving the United States than entering the country. Its peak was around 2009. During those 5 years, 870,000 Mexicans came to the United States, resulting in a net flow to Mexico of 140,000 because 1 million Mexicans left America. Many of them were involved in construction. Don't forget about the economic crisis happening, but we had the recovery, and immigration is still down. Obama deported more immigrants than anyone out there. Obama enforced the law. Republicans are lying once again that Obama is a lawless president. Obama's had an immigration policy of going after the violent criminals, going after those that are obviously more of a threat to society than anyone else out there. And Obama has deported more people than any other president. Not Bush, not any Republican. It was a Democrat that
Say hello to your...
It was a Democrat that was enforcing the law. Now, you think that Obama's the Antichrist or some shit, some racist, dumb Republicans that are missing their facts. They don't have any. Oh, violent crime's the highest rate in 47 years. More fear-mongering from Big Brother. There was legitimately a time that we needed gun control in America. Crime was high. Anyone could pick up a gun from a gun shop. Thanks to Bill Clinton in the federal assault weapons ban, you're required to have a background check from a gun shop before you're able to buy a gun. And yes, that has resulted in a decrease in violent crime. But when you see the spark in violent crime, the rise in violent crime will be because of societal factors like income inequality. It is income inequality in the rich getting richer and the people getting poor, and the privatization of prisons and getting rid of after-school programs is what Republicans want to do today. But today, the Democrats politicize every single major gun shooting. This could be Big Brother trying to take more guns, but you see clearly Bill Clinton's gun control in the 90s worked. Violent crime went down. The purpose of the bill is to require the gun shop owners to require background checks. It worked. The legislation worked. You see that crime, violent crime, clearly went down, but you see today, the slope is not steeper, so gun control laws today wouldn't do as much as gun control in the 1990s. So there is more fake news from Donald Trump. And he even said, unemployment's 42%, but the worst generation in America, the baby boomers, the ones who got so spoiled after World War II, the parents wanted a much better life for them, but they were responsible. Their rich, privileged, spoiled children gave us trickle-down economics and more money to themselves, more money to the rich and the powerful. Their country is worse off. Unemployment has gone down. We've gotten jobs under Obama. But 42% of Americans are not working. Blah, blah, blah. First and foremost, we have a huge migration of people that are about to retire right now, which could make this crisis even worse in America of income inequality and people putting money into the system. 42%. But one of the biggest reasons that is completely false, number one, Americans are working 2 jobs right now because of all the wealth that's been taken from the wealthy and the powerful to themselves and their neighbors. NAFTA and these other trade agreements designed to import cheaper products. This was all part of the systematic plan to lower wages in America while at the same time people are buying cheaper products. So even though they're not making the money that they were years ago, the elites orchestrated a plan to concentrate wealth to the top while people are making less, while at the same time bringing cheaper products to America, so the purchasing power is keeping up with the loss of wages that we should be getting. It is the baby boomers entering retirement that's really responsible for the amount of people that are not working right now. So I hope you get it right now that Donald Trump is the very definition of fake news. And quite frankly, it's all done by the numbers, since you have a chaos president, an idiot that has no idea what the fuck he's doing with repealing Obamacare and the border wall, blah, 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 the world's greatest healthcare plan. This guy's an idiot with no plan. He gives all the tax cuts to the corporations, so why does he care about the working people? He doesn't. Just ask the 3,500 small business owners and contractors that have bought lawsuits against Donald Trump, since he wants to bully them out of business and he never has any intention of paying his workers. He only serves himself. Greed, lust, and money is what the fake news president is all about. Trump and Pythagorean gematria equals 25. The real truth to people out there is that Bernie Sanders would have killed Donald Trump if America was not ruled by the oligarchy. If it was the people that decide elections, you'd have people running the general election like Ron Paul or Bernie Sanders. But no, this is a rigged country, rigged by puppets that serve the money interests of the shareholders, the banks, and the military-industrial complex. It was rigged against Bernie Sanders. We, the people, America, and our democratic republic would have won if Bernie Sanders was allowed to run in the general election. But no, the billionaire class and the corporations have to run their puppets. They have to get rid of any resistance there can be. So I credit the Democratic voters for being smart and actually wanting someone who truly represents them. Republicans are dumb, uneducated idiots that think that some greedy billionaire represents their interests. A guy who shits in a gold toilet, a guy who's only surrounded himself with rich people his whole life, says that if you're poor, then you're automatically dumb and stupid. It doesn't matter if you grew up poor. You're dumb because your family grew up poor. Your family was poor. That's what Donald Trump said. Oh, politicians bragging all the time, blah, 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 how their families start out poor. Well, do we really want these people running our country, people who grew up poor? Blah, blah. So Donald Trump basically said that he wants the ruling class, the privileged, the wealthy, and the powerful to rule your country. If you have money, it means you're smart. It doesn't matter if mommy and daddy gave you a silver spoon in the platter. It doesn't matter if they gave you all this wealth, all given to you all in a silver platter. Now the real fact is that the 2016 election was rigged against Bernie Sanders. Trump won the election. You know it has 25 coding. Donald Trump is fake news. It truly is. Equals 250, just like how his last name in Pythagorean gematria equals 25. Now Donald Trump is fake news. All of his bogus lies, immigration, record crime, blah, 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 immigration, Obama being a birther, how Mexico is going to pay for the wall, how Congress has wanted, how the White House has wanted to institute border taxes on Americans who pay for the goods that are being imported to the country. Suicidal ideas. Donald Trump is fake news equals 88. Saying John McCain was only a hero because he got captured, blah, blah, blah. American idiocracy, all because of retarded Trumpanzees. Retarded Trumpanzee equals 88. Members of the Republican Party. Hillary Clinton called these people the basket deplorables. I completely agree with her. They're dumb morons. And this is all the systematic, the dumbed down America because of this reality TV president catering to the most uneducated and poor people in America. It's interesting that Barack Obama cared more for those people than Donald Trump ever did. Barack Obama, after all, gave affordable care, gave health care to people in the red states, uninsured people in the red states that are receiving benefits under the Affordable Care Act. Now, the Zionist order is what rules over your country, the number 88, this fake news, all this rubbish. Also, the people can be easily controlled. Trump's most fringe people that are being manipulated by Don the Con because their job is shipped overseas and they need someone who can hope and care for them. They need a little daddy to care for them. They were too dumb and stupid to learn another language or to gain skills because they're just dumb, retarded deplorables, like Hillary Clinton correctly said. Now, don't get me wrong. Hillary Clinton is very corrupt. I hate her, but that doesn't mean that she's not right about a basket of deplorables electing Trump. The American Idiocracy equals 103 and Billy Goat equals 103. If you're not aware, the Chicago Cubs ended a 108-year championship drought in 2016. The American Idiocracy happens right after the Cubs win the World Series. Remember that Donald Trump in gematria equals 48. The Cubs were the 48th National League team to win the World Series. The Illuminati and Pythagorean gematria, evil equals 48. Donald Trump is truly evil. America, ruled by Donald, who is nothing but a fraud that has ripped off workers and contractors. It is dumb, retarded Trumpansies and their ignorance of world affairs, their bigotry, being xenophobic, xenophobe, all of these equal 50 in gematria. It's interesting that Trump tards has a 50 contained in it, voting for a man who's going to strip them out of their health care that was given to them by a big bad black man, Barack Obama. How you like that black man now? That black man wanted to give you health care. The problem is that the insurance companies are in the way, the corporate Democrats and all of the Republicans. The Freemasons, Zionists, and Jesuits are the ones that rule the world. They are the Rothschild bankers. They are easily benefiting from the plain ignorance of the Trump tards, because it is a Trump tard that has given them the free ability to cut taxes for the wealthy. That's eventually going to happen for the most destructive economic time in America. It is Trump that said, I love the uneducated. I love the uneducated equals 77. I love you guys. Oh yeah, look at Donald Trump loves us. Isn't that a thing of beauty? What Donald Trump is really saying is that he loves how fucking dumb and stupid and retarded all of you guys are, that you actually take him seriously for his word, that he's going to give you great health care and build a wall when America's in debt, when he requested $54 billion more for our national defense with quotations. You know, it's the rich military-industrial complex that's responsible for this. Donald Trump, a raging fascist-like figure, Donito Trumpolini wanting his tax cut, his trickle-down economics, all the benefits for the wealthy. They never give you higher wages. Their whole little experiment failed. It failed in Kansas, where the Koch brothers have their headquarters at. It is dumb, stupid, retarded Trumpansies that think all this wealth is going to trickle down to them, but really it is piss water that's going to trickle down to them, because that's what the rich are doing, is taking a big giant piss on these people. We need money for health care and education in America. That's going instead to bombs and spying. Donald Trump was born in the year 46. His supporters, the deplorables, equal 46. Trump, a president of chaos. As we're seeing right now, his first few weeks, he goes to his golf course, plays golf, plays more golf than Obama. You see how Trump is fake news. Oh, Obama's playing golf. Will Donald Trump golf more than Obama, Clinton, and Bush? I will have that in the description tag. But it is the Freemasons that rule over America. Freemasonry equals 139. That is because their Freemason puppet Donald Trump is the ultimate king of fake news because he's such a big narcissist. He'll say anything that he wants to say, no matter how untrue it is. Donald J. Trump is the king of fake news. It is true. Equals 139. Right now, we have the 115th Congress in session. This Congress is pretty chaotic. They are not doing anything, and they're all trying to ram health care through. It ends in 2019, right before this upcoming election. This is where they're going to pass a health care that kicks many of Trump's most diehard supporters off of their health insurance. This 115th Congress in health care, it's all pre-planned. The whole tax cut for the wealthy is all pre-planned. The whole corporate topic period of wealth mass concentration is going to happen. Freemasons equals 115, law and order. Interesting that Trump care equals 115. It's being debated about in the 115th Congress. But the fact of the matter is that Trump is the king of fake news equals 115. 115th U.S. Congress right now. Trump care being advertised as health care is fake news. Being any benefit to the American people is fake news. Period. But Fox said Trump was at the White House when he was out golfing instead. Just showing you that Trump's propaganda network is fake news. So here it is, this article. So Fox News, the fake news network, a cable news network, is a fake news network. Fox News gets trolled after alerting the world that Trump was, working all weekend, except Donald Trump was going golfing. Fox News claimed in a news alert that, he was working in the White House all weekend, so purposely to lie and deceive the retarded chimpanzees that take everything that Fox News says for face value, but he was out golfing instead during that week. And CNN reports the news that Trump was actually out golfing. He wasn't at the White House. To show you that it is all fake news. Donald Trump's lies about Obama. And this is just how fucked up America is, that we have a sitting president who called a previous president not a citizen, a Muslim. He's not born in America. Just all bullshit if you think about it. It's all bullshit. It was Obama birtherism that was responsible for the election of Trump. Obama birtherism, President Trump equals 72. It is all a corporatocracy that's going to happen. The Simpsons predicted that we'd have a really high deficit. Coincides with my 2019 stock market crash prediction. Debt king equals 72. Donald Trump will be the king of debt. All recurring issues under the 45th president: national debt, pre-planned, health care, pre-planned, Trump care, recessions. We're definitely going to have a 2019 recession. Notice how President Trump and high profits equals 72, high profits for the wealthy in the corporations. Donald Trump is going to bring World War III to America. At Syria equals 72. It is the Jesuits that rule over your world, the Freemasons, Zionists, and Jesuit. Vatican City equals 127. The gang even tells you through gematria that President Donald J. Trump is evil. Just like Vatican City equals 127 and 46. WW equals 46. The coming World War. He was getting America in World War III. He was getting America in World War III. Well, guess what, dummy? Your puppet Donald Trump on April the 6th, 4-6, bombed Syria on the 100-year anniversary of declaring war against Germany and World War I. So you know all of this is pre-planned. Donald Trump is evil, the synagogue of Satan, 79, evil Donald Trump, the Jesuit order. This is the gang that rules over him. The king of fake news is the fake president, Donald John Trump, 158. Nation of Israel, the most powerful family in the world, rule over Donald Trump and the president of the United States of America. All of these equal 158. Donald Trump's idiocracy, just making America dumber and dumber, Master Mason Trump, Donald Trump's war. And he's really unpopular right now. Less than 40% approval rating. What would an unpopular president do is declare war to get popular support for him. But a world war would truly bring America into more chaos, would bring his approval rating down to the 20s. It'd be the quickest one-term president ever in the history of the world. Donald Trump has nothing to save him right now. He can't negotiate any deals with Congress, is being shown by really the worst 6-month period for any president when his own party controls both chambers of Congress. But it is all chaos that's coming to America. Corporations, Israel, Zion, Synagogue of Satan, and the Antichrist, the Rothschild bankers. It is the fake news networks right now that have propagandized and polarized the nation. Fox News Channel, Cable News Network, all equaling 64. And this is all one big shit show, reality TV show, where it's all bickering about Donald Trump instead of the little things that happen. I really don't believe Russia colluded in the campaign, but they definitely have a deal with Donald Trump to get rid of his debts that he owes to the Russian oligarchs, some of his real estate deals. He does have conflicts of interest with Russia. That is not fake news. Jeff Sessions met with Russia. Michael Flynn was serving as an agent in Russia, attended an RT gathering. Many others have done deals with Russia, including his son-in-law, Jared Kushner. But enjoy this shit show. American Idiocracy has come. Donald Trump's campaign was such a joke. The dumb morons believed everything he said was serious. Only shit comes out of Donald Trump's mouth. He clearly rallied the angry old white man against the black Muslim president. All of this was pre-planned. Donald Trump is fake news. Immigration has gone down even before Donald Trump entered the White House. He lies about record crime. He lies about all this money going to the veterans that would come from his debate, but instead only a fraction went to the veterans. He stole the other. He funnels money to his private companies. Donald Trump purposely wants to hire small contractors, and he knows they can't afford their legal bills, so he purposely doesn't pay them and send them to court. He truly is evil and vile. The writer of Are the Deal even says how Donald Trump is such a big con and how he's talked his way through life, how he's not really a good deal maker. These tax returns really show them, but he's not going to release them. So once again, your fake president, American Idiocracy, the shit show has only started.